You're back! We're also back. And unfortunately, America's parade of stupidity marches on without end. We've documented 108 people who made history by making terrible decisions. But the well of human foolishness is bottomless, infinite, and constantly refilling itself. From people who literally forgot how crime works to those who documented their own felonies for social media clout, these stories prove that evolution is optional and common sense is endangered. Welcome to 36 more of the dumbest people in U.S. history, Part 4, because apparently we'll never run out of material. Number 1. The man who called 911 to get a ride home from his drug deal. Background. In 2018, a man in Florida completed a drug deal but didn't have transportation home afterward. He needed a solution. The event, he called 911 and asked police to give him a ride home. When they arrived, he still had the drugs on him. The outcome, police arrested him immediately for drug possession. He got a ride to jail, not home. Free transportation provided, just not the destination requested. Punchline, he called cops for a ride while holding drugs. Got arrested instead. Uber exists for this exact reason, my friend. Number 2. The woman who live-streamed her shoplifting spree. Background. In 2019, a woman in California went on a shoplifting spree at multiple stores throughout Los Angeles all day long. The event, she documented everything on Instagram Live, showing stolen items, bragging about not getting caught, even tagging the stores she robbed. The outcome, police tracked her through her own live stream, arrested her at home with all the stolen merchandise visible on camera in posts. Punchline, she live-streamed shoplifting with store tags, provided all evidence needed. Social media, destroying criminals daily since 2010. Always. Number 3. The guy who robbed a bank and left his resume. Background. In 2014, a man in Maryland robbed a bank wearing a mask. He escaped successfully with thousands in cash initially. The event. During the robbery, his resume fell out of his pocket onto the counter, complete with name, address, phone number, and references. The outcome? Police called him within hours, using the contact info he provided. Arrested at his house. Easiest investigation in department history ever. Punchline, he dropped his resume during a robbery, with references. At least future employers know he's detail-oriented. Poorly. Number 4. The man who tried to rob a cop in a police station. Background. In 2017, a man in Ohio went to a police station to file a complaint. Then he got a terrible idea. The event. While inside the station, he tried robbing an off-duty police officer who was also there, inside the actual police building surrounded by cops. The outcome, he was tackled and arrested within seconds by multiple officers. Fastest robbery failure on record. He lasted approximately 5 seconds total. Punchline. He tried robbing someone inside a police station, full of police. That's not crime. That's suicide by stupidity attempt. Number 5. The woman who called police to test her meth quality. Background. In 2019, a woman in Florida bought methamphetamine but suspected it was fake or low quality from her dealer. The event, she called police and asked them to test it for purity. She wanted consumer protection for her illegal drug purchase quality control. The outcome, police tested it, confirmed it was real meth, then arrested her for possession. Quality confirmed. Arrest confirmed. Customer service denied forever. Punchline, she wanted cops to quality test her meth. They did. Then arrested her. Better Business Bureau doesn't cover drug deals. Number 6. The guy who returned stolen items for store credit. Background. In 2016, a man in California stole electronics from a Best Buy store. Then he had another brilliant idea. The event. He returned the stolen items to the same store without receipts, trying to get store credit or cash refunds for them. The outcome. Employees recognized the serial numbers immediately from the theft report. Police arrested him in the parking lot. He gift-wrapped his own charges. Punchline. He stole items, then returned them for store credit. Same store. Instant karma served. Return policy denied. Arrest policy accepted. Number 7. The man who wrote his robbery note on his own check. Background. In 2013, a man in Alabama decided to rob a bank using the classic pass-a-note technique. The event. He wrote the robbery demand on the back of his personal check, complete with his name, address, bank account, and routing number. The outcome. Police arrested him at home hours later using his check information. He literally wrote his own arrest warrant and signed it. Punchline. He used his personal check for a robbery note with his address. Crime tip. Anonymity requires not identifying yourself fully.
Number 8. The woman who called 911 because her marijuana was stolen. Background. In 2015, a woman in Texas had her marijuana stolen from her home. She wanted justice immediately for this crime. The event. She called 911 and reported the theft, describing exactly how much weed was stolen and where she kept it stored. The outcome. Police came and arrested her for possession. She admitted to owning illegal drugs to report them stolen. Self-snitching at its finest. Punchline. She reported her weed stolen to police, arrested herself. Theft victim became criminal. Uno reverse card played perfectly somehow. Number 9. The guy who tried to bribe a cop with weed. Background. In 2018, a man in Colorado was pulled over for speeding. He had warrants and knew he was in trouble. The event. He offered the officer marijuana as a bribe to let him go. Just pulled out a bag of weed and handed it over. The outcome. The officer arrested him for bribery and drug possession. He added charges by trying to avoid charges. Strategic thinking, non-existent here. Punchline. He tried bribing police with weed. In Colorado, where it's legal but bribery isn't. Failed on multiple levels simultaneously. Number 10. The man who called police to help him sell stolen property. Background. In 2017, a man in Michigan stole a television from someone's home. Then he needed help selling it quickly. The event. He called police asking if they knew where he could sell stolen electronics. He admitted they were stolen during the call voluntarily. The outcome. Police told him to meet them at the station to discuss options. He showed up with the stolen TV, arrested immediately on arrival. Punchline. He asked police where to sell stolen goods. They said the station. He went. Crime advice hotline, closed permanently. Number 11. The woman who posted her mugshot on Facebook saying she looked good. Background. In 2019, a woman in Florida was arrested and had her mugshot taken. She later got access to Facebook somehow. The event. She posted her own mugshot online with the caption, "Feelin' cute, might delete later," while still in jail awaiting charges. The outcome. Her post went viral. Prosecutors used it as evidence she wasn't remorseful. Her sentence increased. Vanity cost her months of freedom. Punchline. She posted her mugshot for likes. While in jail. Prosecutors screenshot receipts. Instagram validation isn't worth extra jail time. Number 12. The guy who robbed a bank and went to the bar next door. Background. In 2014, a man in Pennsylvania robbed a bank successfully and escaped with thousands of dollars in broad daylight. The event. Instead of leaving the area, he went to the bar directly next door and started buying drinks for everyone with stolen cash. The outcome. Police tracked him through bank cameras, saw him celebrating next door, and arrested him drunk. Freedom lasted 30 glorious minutes total. Punchline. Robbed a bank, celebrated next door. Lasted 30 minutes. At least he bought everyone drinks before incarceration. Generous criminal, honestly. Number 13. The man who tried to pay bail with counterfeit money. Background. In 2016, a man in Georgia was arrested and needed to post bail to get released from jail temporarily. The event. His friend brought counterfeit money to pay the bail. To the police station, where people check money for authenticity regularly and professionally. The outcome. Both were immediately arrested for counterfeiting. Original charges stayed, new charges added, bail denied. Freedom.
further away than before this attempt. Punchline. He tried paying bail with fake money at a police station. Detectives noticed. Bail doubled. IQ questionable at best. Number 14. The woman who called 911 because her parents grounded her. Background. In 2015, a 13-year-old girl in Ohio was grounded by her parents for breaking house rules and misbehaving. The event. She called 911 and reported her parents for imprisoning her. She demanded police arrest them for illegal grounding and punishment. The outcome. Police came, explained that grounding is parenting. No arrests made. She got in more trouble afterward. Parents grounded her longer now. Punchline. She called 911 on her parents for grounding. Police sided with parents. Parenting isn't imprisonment. Grounding extended indefinitely now. Number 15. The guy who wore an ankle monitor to rob a store. Background. In 2018, a man in California was on house arrest with a GPS ankle monitor. He decided to rob a store. The event. He left his house, committed robbery, and returned home, all while wearing a tracker that documented his every movement in real time. The outcome. Police reviewed his GPS data, showed him leaving home, going to the crime scene, and returning. Easiest conviction ever in county history. Punchline. He robbed a store wearing a GPS tracker, documented his own crime scene visit. Technology, undefeated. Criminals, still learning slowly. Number 16. The man who tried to escape through the courthouse ceiling. Background. In 2019, a man in Texas was in court facing serious charges. He wanted to avoid conviction desperately and immediately. The event. During a bathroom break, he climbed into the ceiling tiles trying to escape through the courthouse ventilation system during trial. The outcome. He fell through the ceiling into the courtroom below, landed in front of the judge, added escape charges. Sentence doubled successfully here. Punchline. He tried escaping through courthouse ceiling, fell into courtroom. Judge watched. Charges multiplied. Physics and law defeated him together. Number 17. The woman who called police because Walmart wouldn't take her expired coupons. Background. In 2017, a woman in Florida tried using expired coupons at Walmart. The cashier declined them per store policy. The event. She called 911 from inside the store, demanding police force Walmart to accept her expired coupons. She claimed consumer rights violations. The outcome. Police explained expired coupons aren't legal tender. She was escorted out. No coupons honored. Florida strikes again with peak content. Punchline. She called 911 over expired coupons. Police declined too. Expiration dates exist for reasons. Florida never stops delivering chaos. Number 18. The guy who took a selfie with the police officer arresting him. Background. In 2016, a man in New Jersey was being arrested for outstanding warrants. He was surprisingly calm about it all. The event. During the arrest, he asked the officer for a selfie together. The officer agreed. He posted it on Facebook immediately with handcuffs. The outcome. The selfie went viral. Prosecutors used it showing his lack of remorse. His sentence increased. Social media, always watching and screenshotting. Punchline. He took a selfie during his arrest, posted it. Prosecutors used it. Some moments don't need documentation for posterity. Number 19. The man who robbed a bank and Ubered to his house. Background. In 2018, a man in Illinois robbed a bank and successfully escaped the building with stolen cash in bags. The event. Instead of having a getaway car, he called an Uber. The driver took him directly to his home address on record. The outcome. Police tracked the Uber ride to his house, arrested him hours later. The driver gave a statement. Getaway planning failed miserably. Punchline. He Ubered home from a robbery with GPS tracking to his address. Modern crime requires understanding modern technology first. Number 20. The woman who called 911 because Facebook was down. Background. In 2014, Facebook experienced a global outage lasting several hours. Millions were affected worldwide by the technical issue. The event. A woman in California called 911 multiple times reporting Facebook was down. She demanded police fix it immediately as emergency. The outcome. Dispatchers explained that's not an emergency. She was warned about misusing 911. Facebook fixed itself. No police intervention needed ever. Punchline. She called 911 because Facebook was down. Social media outage became emergency. Priorities? Completely backwards and totally broken here. Number 21. The guy who tried to smuggle drugs in his prosthetic arm. Background. In 2016, a man with a prosthetic arm was boarding a plane in Florida. He had drugs to transport somehow. The event. He hollowed out his prosthetic arm and filled it with cocaine. TSA scanners detected it immediately during routine screening at security. The outcome. He was arrested at airport security. The prosthetic was seized. He literally gave police an arm for evidence. Lost drugs and limb. Punchline. He smuggled drugs in his prosthetic arm. TSA found it. He lost his arm and freedom. Bad day for everyone involved. Number 22. The man who called police to complain about his prostitute's performance. Background. In 2015, a man in Texas paid a prostitute for services but was unsatisfied with the quality of service provided. The event. He called 911 and filed a complaint about her performance. He wanted a refund enforced by police for unsatisfactory sex work quality. The outcome. Police arrested both of them. Him for solicitation, her for prostitution. He snitched on himself for terrible service. No refunds issued. Punchline. He called cops complaining about his prostitute. Arrested himself. Customer service. Denied. Yelp review. Not recommended for this. Number 23. The woman who tried to return stolen goods without a receipt. Background. In 2017, a woman in Arizona stole merchandise from Target. Then she had a moment of regret afterward. The event. She tried returning the stolen items without a receipt, hoping for cash or store credit. Same store she stole from earlier. The outcome. Loss prevention recognized her from security footage. Police arrested her in the return line. She literally walked back into her crime. Punchline. She returned stolen items without receipt to the same store. Minutes later. That's not remorse. That's returning to crime scene. Number 24. The guy who live-tweeted his police chase. Background. In 2018, a man in Nevada was fleeing police in a high-speed chase through city streets and highways. The event. While driving, he live-tweeted the entire chase, his location, speed, police positions, everything in real time for followers watching the outcome. Police followed his Twitter feed, anticipated his moves, set up roadblocks based on his tweets, arrested him easily using his updates. Punchline. He tweeted his police chase live. Police read it, used his tweets against him. Twitter fingers lead to handcuffs. Number 25. The man who called 911 because he was too high. Background. In 2016, a man in Ohio smoked marijuana for the first time. It was much stronger than expected for him. The event. He panicked and called 911, admitting he was too high and needed help. He begged police to make it stop immediately. The outcome. Paramedics came, confirmed he was fine, just very high. Police didn't arrest him out of pity, became a viral news story instead. Punchline. He called 911 because weed worked too well. Police laughed. Paramedics laughed. Everyone laughed except him. He was terrified completely. Number 26. The woman who mailed drugs to her boyfriend in prison using her return address. Background. In 2015, a woman wanted to send drugs to her boyfriend who was incarcerated in a state prison. The event. She mailed him drugs but put her real name and return address on the package. Prison mail screeners found it. The outcome. She was arrested at her home using the return address she provided. He got additional charges. Both went to prison together eventually. Punchline. She mailed drugs with her return address to a prison. That screens mail. Some love stories end in matching orange jumpsuits. Number 27. The guy who tried to break into a house while the owner was home. Background. In 2017, a man in Georgia attempted to break into a house by kicking down the front door repeatedly. The event. The homeowner was inside watching TV. He called police while the burglar kept kicking. Police arrived while he was still trying to enter. The outcome. He was arrested mid-kick. Door held. He failed completely. Sentenced for attempted burglary. Maybe try checking if people are home first. Punchline. He kicked a door for 10 minutes. Owner watched. Police watched. Door won. Burglary skill level, 0 out of 10. Number 28. The man who posted bail and immediately committed another crime. Background. In 2018, a man in Florida posted bail and was released from jail after being arrested for theft. The event. He walked out of the jail, crossed the street, and immediately robbed a gas station within 20 minutes of freedom regained. The outcome. Police arrested him again before he left the area. Bail revoked. He was back in the same jail cell within an hour. Punchline. Free for 20 minutes. Committed another crime. Back to jail. Some people really love the prison system, apparently deep down. Number 29. The woman who called 911 because her hairstylist made her wait. Background. In 2019, a woman in Texas had a hair appointment at a salon. The stylist was running 15 minutes late. The event? She called 911 and reported it as an emergency. She demanded police force the stylist to do her hair immediately. The outcome. Police explained appointments running late aren't crimes. She was asked to leave the salon, still no haircut received that day. Punchline, she called 911 over a 15-minute wait. For hair, emergency services for split ends. Patience, 0 common sense, also 0. Number 30, the guy who robbed a bank and went on a date. Background, in 2016, a man in Oregon robbed a bank in the morning and escaped with thousands of dollars successfully. The event. That evening, he went on a first date at a restaurant and bragged about the robbery, showing the money to impress her. The event. She called police from the bathroom. They arrested him at the table during dessert. Worst first date ever documented in history. Punchline, he bragged about robbery on a first date. She called cops. Dessert came with handcuffs. Dating tip, don't confess crimes. Number 31. The man who tried to pay a pizza delivery guy with drugs. Background. In 2017, a man in Florida ordered pizza delivery to his home. When it arrived, he didn't have cash. The event. He offered the delivery driver marijuana as payment instead. Just handed him a bag of weed for a pepperoni pizza. The outcome. The driver declined and called police. He was arrested for drug possession and theft of services. Still no pizza received either. Punchline. He paid for pizza with weed. Driver snitched. Pizza, unpaid. Arrest, completed. Bartering economy doesn't work for delivery anymore. Number 32. The woman who drove to court drunk for her DUI hearing. Background. In 2018, a woman in Michigan had a court hearing for a DUI charge. She needed to appear before the judge. The event. She drove to court drunk. Parked illegally. Stumbled into the courtroom smelling like alcohol during her DUI case hearing. The outcome. The judge noticed immediately. She was arrested again in the courtroom for DUI. Original charges stayed, new charges added. Bail revoked. Punchline. She drove drunk to her DUI hearing. In court. During her DUI case. That's not stupidity. That's performance art commitment. Number 33. The guy who posted his crime on YouTube for views. Background. In 2019, a man in California wanted to become a YouTube celebrity and needed viral content badly for views. The event. He filmed himself committing burglary and posted it to YouTube. Detailed everything, location, stolen items, his face. For likes and subscribers only. The outcome. Police found the video, arrested him using his own footage as evidence. Video stayed up. He got views and prison time. Punchline.
He posted his crime on YouTube for views, got arrested instead of famous. Monetization denied. Prison time approved and confirmed. Number 34. The man who called 911 to settle an argument about a football game. Background. In 2015, a man in Wisconsin was arguing with friends about NFL game rules during a Super Bowl party. The event. He called 911 and asked dispatchers to settle the argument about what constituted pass interference in football rules. The outcome. Dispatchers explained that's not what 911 is for. He was warned. The argument continued unresolved. Still doesn't know the rule. And punchline. He called 911 over a football argument. Emergency services for sports debates. Some people abuse the system creatively and stupidly. Number 35. The woman who tried to return a used pregnancy test. Background. In 2016, a woman in Florida took a pregnancy test at home. Then she tried returning it to the store. The event. She brought the used pregnancy test back to CVS, demanding a full refund because it didn't work the way she wanted. The outcome. Employees refused. She called police. Police explained you can't return used medical tests. She left empty-handed and embarrassed completely. Punchline. She tried returning a used pregnancy test for a refund. Some items aren't returnable. Biology doesn't have a return policy. Number 36. The man who tried to rob a store with a banana. Background. In 2018, a man in Colorado attempted to rob a convenience store but didn't have a weapon available for the crime. The event. He put a banana in his pocket, shaped it like a gun, and yelled, "This is a robbery." The cashier laughed directly. The outcome. Police arrested him minutes later. He was charged with armed robbery despite using fruit. The banana was entered into evidence officially. Punchline. He robbed a store with a banana. Charged with armed robbery. A fruit became a deadly weapon. Legal system's sense of humor. And there you have it. 36 more of the dumbest people in U.S. history. That's 144 total stories across 4 parts of pure, unfiltered American stupidity. From people who drove drunk to DUI court to those who live-tweeted their own arrests, the evidence is clear. Common sense is extinct, and we have the documentation to prove it. Which story was the absolute dumbest? Let us know in the comments. Think your story tops these? Share it. We're already planning part 6 because apparently this series is eternal. Remember, life comes at you fast. Think before you post. Don't rob banks. Don't call 911 over sandwiches. And please, for the love of everything, don't document your crimes on social media. If part 5 blew your mind, part 6 will finish the job. Stick around. Like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next.